Today, I was fortunate enough to be at the delivery of the first BYD electric car, passenger car in Australia. And I've got to say, I was extremely impressed by just how good the car was and by the price of what you're actually getting for your money. In fact, I'm very jealous of its new owner, Paul, who has a business called BYD Drive. I'll put a link in the description below to his Facebook page. You should check that out. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Electric Viking. Fantastic to have you here on the channel. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Haven't heard of BYD? I'll put some links in the description below. Welcome back to everyone else. Now, I want to say a big shout out and thank you to our supporters on Patreon. I'll put a link in the description below. If you want to become a supporter on Patreon, you can. For any amount, anything helps. Really appreciate everyone's support. I think we just hit 100 Patreons today. Thank you to every one of you. So the BYD E6 was delivered today in Brisbane. I was there for the delivery. I got to test drive the car.
Radio, let's go.
Boy, I am extremely impressed. 40,000 Australian dollars was the price, so that's about 30,000 US dollars. This vehicle is bigger inside than my BMW X5, had a bigger boot. The interior was definitely bigger. I sat in the back. The size in the back was really big.
That interior looks nice.
Oh my God, there's so much room in them.
For the price.
We thought they'd be a small SUV, and they're not.
No.
They are huge. You know, we've got we're nearly a 9-inch iPad here also. The guys can have a dance in the ballroom in the back. It's that big. It is just phenomenal.
Big boot.
Yeah,
It's bigger boot than my X5.
With the back seat.
Yeah.
Also, the seats don't
Yeah.
fold back.
Yeah, it is big. Let's have a look.
And look,
Let's have a look.
of course,
My
the
niece.
in the middle. It is just huge space for you too. There,
It's massive.
isn't it?
It's bigger than my interior of my X5.
Now, one of the things that really stood out to me was the quality of the interior for the price of the car. I was fortunate enough to be able to interview one of the bigwigs from BYD here in Australia, and he had a lot of things to say about the car. One of the things that he said was that it comes with a 500,000 kilometer battery warranty. Just let me repeat that. 500,000 kilometer battery warranty.
Done that.
Yeah, it's all good. So it's a great partnership, and we look forward to, obviously, 12 months from now,
Yeah.
there's going to be a lot more BYD.
Yeah, exciting.
And we look forward to it. So,
Warranty. What's the warranty going to be?
so the range of warranty now, the warranty gets released for each model. Now, they're class-leading warranties. I haven't got the specs on this one right in front of me, but as people are inquiring about, say, the Yuan Plus, for example, all the warranty details will be on the website. But
So you're not sure of the warranty on this one?
not off the top of my head,
Okay.
but I could be able to, I can get that access to you, but again,
Yeah. Would it be similar to the others, do you think? Maybe 160,000 K sort of thing?
Well, the warranty on the battery now, from memory, is 8 years, 500,000 Ks on this one.
Yep.
So then rolling down the specific other parts, but
Yeah.
that's guaranteeing at 60% above after that time.
Yeah.
So
That's one of the big advantages I think you guys have is the lithium ion phosphate battery.
definitely.
Being able to charge to 100%,
Yeah.
discharge to zero. You can't do that in a ternary battery.
And definitely with BYD starting as a battery company,
Yeah.
and then evolving to
Yeah,
a leader,
yeah.
that key element
Yeah.
is certainly at the forefront of all their development. So.
The fact that you're using the batteries from a bus in storage after the bus has been used,
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
And we've been there's been BYD buses, as you would know, in Sydney Airport, Brisbane Airport for 5 years now. So, and the stats on them are all strong. So we look forward to it.
Yeah.
I'll probably have to go in a second and just.
Yeah, that's fine, mate. Go for it.
But no, it's all good. So
Good to talk to you.
good to talk to you as
Yeah.
well.
That's about 300,000 miles for you American watchers of the channel. And guess what? If the battery isn't still at 60% after 500,000 kilometers, they'll replace the battery. That's insane. So what they're saying basically is, if after 500,000 kilometers, this car has below 60%, they'll replace the battery. But I mean, realistically, how long are you going to drive a car for? Just think of what you could do with a battery like this, 70 kilowatt hour battery, lithium iron phosphate. You could use this in energy. You could power 3 houses with a battery of that size. That's insane. You could sell this battery. I mean, let's say you did 500,000 kilometers in it and it still had more than 60% of charge. You could sell this battery for probably $15,000. So really, that's incredible. It's just, we're in a new paradigm here. And I've got to say, I was very impressed by the car. I'm excited to see BYD vehicles coming to Australia, to America, to Europe. I know they're already on sale in Norway right now as well. They just sold their 1000th Tang model there yesterday. And obviously BYD are also going on sale in a bunch of other South American countries, a bunch of other European countries. It's happening very fast. India as well, Brazil as well. This is just the start of a huge paradigm shift in the automotive industry. These Chinese-made electric cars are going to put downwards pressure on other cars. This is basically a win for everyone because it's going to put downwards pressure on prices. It's going to make other electric cars more affordable for you. So the E6, what are my thoughts on it? Here are a few of them.
Hey Sam, what do you think about the E6?
Hear that door? It sounded quite nice, didn't it? You know, this car is way bigger than I expected. The boot is bigger than the boot in a medium to large SUV, right? Yeah. Blade battery, they give you 500,000 kilometer warranty on the battery, and that's a minimum of 60% battery charge. So honestly, I'm amazed, guys. I'm excited. This is the start of something huge in Australia. You know, it's awesome to see you guys involved. Look at the interior of the car. It's really quite nice. Yeah. Probably a luxury car, but at a price that anyone can afford. Yeah.
Now, in terms of design, I really thought the E6 was an extremely handsome and mature-looking vehicle with a European vibe to it. There's a bit of the Hyundai Kona in its grille, but I think it looks even better than the Kona. Now, the large bumper design has a sunken-in hexagonal shape that draws your attention to the absence of a traditional grille. It looks better than a traditional grille, in my opinion. Being an MPV, it has a swept-back look, which is built by the headlamps. The blacked-out A-pillars also neatly transform into the roofline. Now, if you view the vehicle from the side, you'll notice that the roof floats discreetly as it connects to the tailgate, and the simple 10-spoke 17-inch alloy wheels finished in a matte silver finish don't shout for attention. They make sense on an electric car where you don't want big wheels. Now, BYD's designers have added a little bit of show to the E6 with the kink in the shadow line as it races past the C-pillar. The chrome point expands here to accommodate a plate that reads space. And, well, there is a lot of space in there. I'm surprised by how much, but I'll get to that in a second. Now, the length and width of the BYD E6 is actually sort of similar in some ways to the Tesla Model Y. The length is 4.7 meters, the width is 1.8 meters, the height is just under 1.7 meters, and the wheelbase is 2.8 meters. Now, firstly, this vehicle felt very much like an MPV should, with large glass areas giving it a really airy feel and a great view of the scenery around the road up ahead. Now, in Singapore, you can actually buy this as a 7-seater. But because it only has 5 seats in this iteration, it felt like there was huge amounts of space and room inside the car. Now, getting into the second row was super easy for me, and it felt like I had heaps of room in there. The high floor isn't high enough to demand a side step, and the long doors made it really easy for me to get in. Now, the back seat is probably just wide enough to fit 3 people in reasonable comfort, but what really surprised me here was the knee room. The knee room was absolutely enormous. You could probably be 6'4" and fit in the back really easily. What about the boot? Well, BYD say it has 580 litres of space, but honestly, to me, it looked more like 700. I think maybe they're underestimating it. I don't know, but realistically, that boot looked really big. It looked like a station wagon boot, but it was higher. Now, with only about an 80 kilowatt and 180 newton meters of torque, the expectation was that this would be slow, but actually driving it, I felt like because that power was instantaneous, the delivery was actually much better than I expected. It didn't feel slow at all. Now, aside from having a large battery, it's 70 kilowatt hours, and being able to charge that battery to 100% and discharge it to 0% basically, which you can't do in lithium ternary batteries, big advantage of lithium iron phosphate batteries. The E6 uses specially developed features like brake energy recuperation from speeds as low as 2 kilometers an hour. It has 2 levels of brake regen, high and low. So there's not a whole lot of choice, just the 2 choices, or to turn it off, which would be stupid to do because then you're paying to stop your car. Whereas, using regen, you're putting money in the bank when you stop your car. Now in L mode, which is low mode, the more aggressive regen lets you actually drive the car with just one pedal. So you don't need to actually brake at all. And once you get the hang of it, I think it's really, really easy to do. It makes a lot of sense. You don't use the normal brakes. You're just basically regenerating the battery whenever you take your foot off the accelerator.
Otherwise you don't know they're running.
No.
What about your regen braking? Do they give you settings on that?
On the
Regenerative braking.
So you know how in your Tesla you can set the
so this is
the strength of your regen.
There it is. High and low.
Is the
High and low.
high-low
Okay.
thing. So that's what works that.
Yep.
So we've worked out this morning.
Yeah, cool.
And there's eco mode, and there's air conditioning, and that's auto
So
for
it's like-
aircon, is it?
Yes.
Correct. This is regen.
Yeah.
Now, where will these cars be serviced? Well, my car, which used to be called Kmart Tire and Auto before it was bought out a few years ago, will be servicing the cars. But not only just servicing, they will actually deliver them. So you can pick up your BYD from a My Car, which obviously My Car are located all around Australia. There, they'll actually hand over the car to you, tell you everything, how it works, show you all the features. And then when you need to get serviced, you bring it back to them. But the funny thing is, when I asked the guy, the representative from My Car, I said to him, what will you guys do at the service? And he said,
When they service them, what will they actually do?
Yeah, look, hey, our My Car team, we've obviously just announced that that partnership last year.
Yeah.
And they'll be able to provide all the specs, but I'm not able to give you the full details. But yeah, there's
Well,
definitely less.
They just said to me, "Oh, we'll be checking the brakes and
My Car
and the
will be able to-
tires."
Yeah. My Car, certainly, these are the first couple of cars we're delivering.
Yeah.
But as I said, we only signed that partnership last week.
Okay.
So by the time the large numbers come through, there'll be full details on the servicing. But
Yeah.
My Car committed to the EV rollout.
Yeah.
So they're transitioning their stores across the country
Awesome,
as the
man.
demand as the cars get here.
And he was just telling me they're now going to install chargers here.
Yeah,
Basically, that's because of you guys. You guys are getting them to install chargers.
Yeah,
Because,
so as they develop and as they introduce their EV to each of their stores, as
Yeah.
they roll that out, they'll be doing specific upgrades to each store to make sure they can meet the demand.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
That's you guys are kind of making that happen in a way because you've done that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
all good. So it's a great
Yeah.
partnership, and we look forward to, obviously, 12 months from now,
Yeah.
there's going to be a lot more BYD.
Yeah, exciting.
We look forward to it. So.
Warranty. What's the warranty going to be?
So the range of warranty now, the warranty gets released for each model. Now they're class leading warranties. I haven't got the specs on this one right in front of me, but as people are inquiring about, say, the Yuan Plus, for example, all the warranty details will be on the website. But
So you're not sure of the warranty on this one?
not off the top of my head,
Okay.
but I could be able to, I can get that access to you. But again,
Yeah. And you guys will be servicing them, right?
Very soon. So what they've done, so the Chatsworth store is doing one today. And then this store, that's the first two. So you guys had a charge set in. Our charge goes in next week. And then you've got, I think it's 5,000 cars and through once you do the first service. Because the electric car's not much, right?
Yeah. What will you guys do for the service?
Well, we're going to work that out. We used to be sort of cars.
Right, that's about
And
it.
that's about it. Exactly.
well, if we need to, we'll refill the wiper fluid, we'll check the tires, and we'll check the brakes. And then he said, there's not a lot you need to do on an EV, to be honest. And isn't that one of the great things about electric cars? Seriously, awesome. Now, there's a few little things here that could be better. I mean, it doesn't get powered mirrors. I mean, it doesn't get powered folding mirrors, a sunroof, or ventilated seats. But honestly, I don't really care about those things. And at this price, who does care? Seriously. Well, one thing I do think would be good for BYD to add would be to have Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, which it doesn't have. That would be nice.
Production line in China, though, don't you? For right-hand drive.
Yeah, the BYD are scaling up their right-hand drive production.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
our CEO Luke's been over there last month just securing
Yeah.
all the timelines.
You know what I'm kind of curious about? They've been increasing sales 10,000 a month in China for 6
I've
months.
noticed that. Yeah.
How are they going to add to that production? That's just increasing production. That's insane, right?
Yeah, it's insane. I've been watching the same thing, but
Yeah.
obviously they're scaling up their production to
Yeah.
make sure they meet global demand. And the right-hand drive market's actually a growing market for them, although it's not as large as globally.
Yeah.
they are very committed to Australia, bringing all the models here, so they'll upscale as they.
Because they've literally tripled their battery production in 12 months.
Yeah, I've noticed they're
That's
certainly
crazy.
increasing, and they're adding more. You know.
I don't know how that's even possible. It's amazing.
So, no, they're a great brand. We're looking forward to seeing more of them on the roads in Australia. So.
What do you think in terms of capacity next year? How many cars do you guys might have to bring in?
We haven't been given that details yet.
Okay.
And Luke's certainly able to probably provide more details as they become available. But I think by the time we get the details on the website by mid-February, there'll be greater details around production numbers. And,
okay. You guys obviously know there's going to be,
we believe that as many as we can
tens of thousands of orders, I'm guessing.
Will sell. So that's why it's securing those numbers of production.
Have you driven it?
I've driven this one, and I've driven some of the other left-hand drive ones around here.
What was it like to drive?
It's a good car. It's good, solid, good. Very, very good.
Good sized battery too.
Yeah.
Blade battery.
Yeah, it's very economical, great space.
Good,
I think the thing that I like about them is that they're the same experience, or similar experience to an internal combustion car, but with the electric. They're not dramatically different in feel. They're not too kind of what's the word? They're not too streamlined and too different to the normal cars. So people transitioning to them, it'll be an easy transition.
I'm curious.
But I have to say I do like the infotainment screen. It was better than I expected considering this is a Chinese-made car. I thought that some of the things wouldn't make sense, but it was actually really intuitive and easy to use. And I love the fact that you can move this 9-inch screen. You can have it horizontal or vertical. That's a rare feature in a car. And it just makes a lot of sense. It's quite common in Chinese cars, in fact. Now, it also has standard safety equipment that is quite impressive. It comes with basics such as 4 airbags, ABS, ISOFIX mounts, rear parking sensors. It also adds electronic aids like TC, ESP, VDC, and TPMS. Okay, there's only one big problem with this car. I really enjoyed seeing it today. The only one big problem is I want one and I can't get one. Yep, it's true. BYD in Australia, or Nextport, the distributor in Australia, is not able to get any more of these cars. They said that they may get some more later in 2022.
Have you guys got many more? I'm guessing you would have sold them all out.
Yeah, so this model we've only got a limited release, sold out. The T3 van sold out, but we have got the Yuan Plus coming, which will have another name. February, March next year is the launch.
Okay.
And then we'll be
How do I get my name down for that one?
At evdirect.com.au. Just go on there, register your interest, and the details of the Yuan Plus will be up there probably early February with all the specs, all the deals, and then all the timelines.
I saw it in China, the footage of the Australian spec car.
So it's over there. We've got a couple being sent over as production test models. But the model itself is going to be a top seller. It'll be great.
Yeah, fantastic. Have you got an idea on price?
Not yet. The prices are yet to be released, but we know they're going to be very competitive, very good. So by February, mid-February, those prices will all be on the website as well.
Do you want to take till February to get the price?
As soon as the details are released at evdirect.com.au, we're about to go on there, and everything will be there. Everything we know will be on that website.
So the next car I'm holding out from to get from BYD is the Yuan Plus. That's going to be a mid-sized SUV, and it's coming out in February. If you want to pre-order one of these, well, first you can check out my video about this vehicle. I'll put a link in the description below. And secondly, you can jump on the website evdirect.com.au, register your interest for the model, just fill out the form, and that will put you on the waiting list. I recommend doing that. I obviously didn't do that quick enough for the E6, so I missed out on getting one. But I'm going to do that now for the Yuan Plus, so I can try and get my hands on one of those and test it out for you guys so you can see what these things are actually like in the flesh. Now, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Have a great day, and I'll see you again on the next one. Bye-bye.